Hello there. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about how I created this little widget on top of my characters in the game, specifically in the shop center. So I have all these widgets that are always facing the camera. Even if I go above them, they're always facing the camera, or even if I'm under them, they're always facing the camera, which um, the simplest idea that came to my mind to create this was using a Niagara particle. You can use a widget inside the blueprint. For example, I have this blueprint. I can come in here and type in widget, and I can use a screen widget instead of a world widget, which it just renders in front of everything. So if the widget's just far away and you can't even see it in the real world, it's always rendered and it's always in the screen. I didn't want that. I wanted something to always be facing the camera and respect the Z paths of everything. So if it's behind something, it wouldn't be visible in the game like this. So if it's behind this building, it's not visible. The base idea to create it is to create it using a Niagara particle. So right click Niagara system from a selected emitter and come all the way down to single looping particle. Add it and hit finish. Name it something and you have a really cool looking Niagara system. Okay. Next up, we have to create the material. So for me, you have to just right click material or add material, whatever you want to do, and then come in here. I'm using it as a lit material because if it's unlit, I have to add an emissive to it. I didn't want it just a mask material. It's not so heavy. I tested the performance on mobile and it wasn't that bad. This is my texture. I just right clicked on it and made sure it's just a texture parameter. So if you type in texture sample and then you right click, convert to parameter, name it something, T for example, and then you have a texture parameter. And then one goes into the base color, one goes, the alpha goes into the opacity mask. All the textures I'm using do share an opacity and alpha mask, which if you're not using something like that, you can just leave this blend mode as opaque. I'm using the masked, so I do want that. You can just go ahead and make it unlit. In that case, you have to use the emissive color, which gets a little bit unrealistic at times, but anyway. And then when everything's correct, I can just right click, create a material instance, which I've already done, and use other textures because I will have different widgets for different shops in my game. And then we'll find this material instance and use it in our sprite renderer in our Niagara system. So this is just use selected asset from content browser. And then bounce mode is fixed. Emitter state, I didn't change this. I wanted to change the scalability because I wanted to make the improve the performance a little bit, but that's not gonna work very well because the particle is just gonna be spawned once, and if it's destroyed, it's not gonna be spawned again. So if you get far enough for the particle to get destroyed, when you get close, the particle's not there because it's not gonna spawn anymore. So that's a problem. You can't use scalability mode in here. We're only spawning one particle. That's it. And where was it? State. Yeah, everything's set to set. Initialize particle. For me, uniform sprite size is set to 50, which for the base size of the mannequin of Unreal Engine, it works just fine. So 50 worked very well for me. It may work for you. You may have to change it. That's completely up to you. But like I said, I didn't change anything else. It's just as simple as that. And then when you're finished, just compile, save, and then find it, drag and drop it in your blueprint, and then you'll have it. Wherever you go, they just follow, and that's it. This is the most simple way to achieve something like this. It may look like a really hard problem to solve, but it's not. It's very easy to fix. And that's it. I hope it helps, and if it did help, please hit that like button and have a great day. Bye.